I'm a widow and I'm new to dating. It is not for the faint of heart. It is not for the weak. You got to have a tough skin. You can't take things personal.
Dating has completely changed. When I was dating, there were certain things that men did that they don't seem like they do anymore. What in the world? Men do not approach you the way they used to when you're younger. Now everybody's hiding behind the computer. Men do not want to give you eye contact. They don't want to smile at you. They don't want to tell you you're pretty. They don't want to tell you that you smell good. And it's not attractive.
We don't care about you.
You do not need anyone to validate who you are. And I told him goodbye. I will not be talking to him again. I'm too old for this. I will never ever let anyone take away my sunshine.
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I am your host, Shaun C. I came across a video titled, Dating Over 50 is a Disaster He Never Showed. And listen, I wish the best for them. But the fact that they don't know what's going on, while some of them are the same women giving younger women terrible advice and want to know why they can't find a man and why no man wants to deal with it. So listen, we're going to go through this video. I'm going to tell you right now, I had a great birthday. I'm still a little bit of hungover. So you're going to get what you get today on this video. Let's go through it together. Also, you're going to make sure that you stick around to the end because I'm going to link today's video on partners in crime. And it's about modern women not taking accountability for being single moms, yet they're actually blaming men. So make sure you stick around to see that video at the end of this one. Do me a favor, hit that like button. And with that being said, let's get started.
On a date with someone that can't even look you in the eye or someone that looks intimidated, that's not any fun. We want to feel comfortable. If you're going to be a leader with someone, then you definitely want to be comfortable around that person. That person needs to feel that you're at ease. But if you're looking all around and you can't look them in the eye, first of all, if a woman gets dressed up and she comes and meets you for a date, she went through a lot of effort. It's a lot of steps that women have to take. I'm just going to tell you right now to be pretty. And if she showed up presentable and you don't say anything, that's kind of scary to me.
I understand that it's the courteous thing to say something nice about the person that you go on a date with. The fact that you're saying it should be an expectation. Do you understand that a lot of modern women today are setting expectations for where y'all believe that things are supposed to be? And you all have changed the game. I'm not saying that it's not the right thing to do. I'm not even saying it's not the gent thing to do. But if there's an expectation on what we supposed to do, why is it that you all can't even do the thing that you said? You talking about a man that's looking all over the place? Y'all women do that shit too. Y'all women will come on the date and pull out your cell phone and just be looking at your phone. You texting your girlfriend and a whole bunch of other stuff. Men got to deal with that too. Don't sit here and make it like it's a one-way standard. It's a courtesy. You're supposed to be respecting each other's time. You are getting dressed. You are putting on makeup because that's what you want to do to make yourself feel better and be presentable. Understand that your time isn't the only time that's valuable when it comes to these dates. That man's time is valuable too. Y'all also expect for him to pay, which costs time. That man's time, that man's money is just as valuable as whatever you did. He don't owe you shit except the courtesy that you extend to him.
I went on a date with a gentleman who I met a few weeks prior, probably about a month now. And we met at a social gathering. And then he leaned over at the end of the night and said, "Is there a husband?" And I say, "I'm happily divorced." And he said, "So is he." So fine. We finally meet up and he invites me to lunch. And we met at a local Caribbean restaurant. So we're just fine. Got myself together. He came. He was okay. I mean, presentable. Could have been a little bit better presented, but, I'm not going to judge. We get along fine. I drove there. I don't believe in anyone picking me up on the first date. I want to drive so I can leave when I want to, if I have to. And he says to me, oh, I usually date women who have straight hair. I said, oh yeah? I said, what does straight hair mean to you? Oh, if them permit and, I've never dated someone who has locks. And I said, well, when we met, I had locks. We've been talking and I have locks. And I said, if you like women with straight hair, what are you doing with me? Because I have locks. This man had the audacity to tell me after talking to me, meeting me, knowing that this is what I look like, this is what he likes. Well, go for it. If you like women who have straight hair, you go find them. But don't you ever come and tell me what you like so you can make me look small. I will never be small. So I always walk with my Vex money. So I just got up and said, nice meeting you. I didn't even pay. Let him pay. My time's important. And I said, goodbye. Don't ever let anyone make you feel small. You do not need anyone to validate who you are. And I told him goodbye. I will not be talking to him again. I'm too old for this. I will never, ever let anyone take away my sunshine.
I was rocking with this woman for a second, gents. I'm not going to lie to you, all right? If you have seen pictures of this woman and you know she had locks and you like someone with straight hair, don't go on a fucking date. It's that simple. Like, I don't know why we sit here trying to complicate this shit. Like, if you don't like it, don't force yourself to do it. I don't understand this situation. But the one thing that she lost me at was the end, where you decided, ma'am, to drive your car to this date because you wanted to be able to leave when you wanted to leave. And then you talked about having money so that you could take care of things in an emergency or whatever. You can pay for whatever. But then you're going to stick him with the bill for stuff that maybe you had, drank, or ate. He might have been rude, but if you were doing all this stuff to show your independence, then why weren't you woman enough to go ahead and pay for your own shit? Like, that's the adult thing to do. The adult thing for him to do is to have been straight up with you. The adult thing for you to do is to pay your tab. Like, y'all think that y'all are supposed to get shit for free, and that's not the way this world works. You all wanted to be independent, then be independent and pay your share. But when you left him with the bill, you ain't no better than the dude who judged you.
So I went on a date. I was out. We had a really nice burger, fries, I don't know. And I was like, oh, what do you like to do? He's like, well, I don't like to go ice skating, and I don't really like running, and I don't really like a lot of games. I was actually raised in a religion where I wasn't really allowed to play sports, so I don't really like sports. But my wife, or my ex-wife, was in a different religion, and so my daughters swim and they do other things. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, so is there
a point?
Any particular foods you like to eat? Or, well, I do like a burger, but I don't like tomatoes, and I don't like cheese, and I don't really like French fries, and I don't really like pickles. And I'm like, oh, all right. Is there any particular music you like? Well, let me tell you, I really don't like country, and I really don't like, the entire date was a series of things this guy didn't like. And I kept going, okay. And I kept trying different subjects, thinking there's got to be something positive here. I don't think I've ever met such a negative person.
You have some awkward guys out there. This is why, gents, I tell you all to continue to work on yourself. Continue. Like, this guy don't know who he is. He's just as confused as some of these women out here who still are trying to find themselves, yet they're middle-aged women, and they still don't know who the hell they are. I can imagine how frustrated that this woman was at trying to talk to this dude. But y'all leave good men who you have a relationship with, who are good to their kids, to go out on dates with a bunch of weirdos.
So a date a couple of months ago, the guy, I knew he was going to be kind of direct just from texting that we had. He was real detail oriented in things. He mentioned he loves candy, and I said, well, what's your favorite candy? And it's like he had a spreadsheet. He had every category of his favorite candy, which was funny and interesting, okay. It wasn't just one single word, which a lot of men like to do. So that was nice. But we went on the date. Conversation was good. I can hold my own in a conversation. I'm an intelligent person. I know how to talk. I know how to ask questions. I don't just sit there. I know how to engage. And he was very inquisitive. So we just had a couple of drinks, but at the end of the evening, this is what he said to me. So he says, I'm going to get up and go to the restroom. And when I come back, I need to know if you're into me. And if you are, you're going to need to start touching me.
What?
And he got up and walked to the bathroom. And when he came back from the bathroom, I told him that made me really uncomfortable and was really pushy and that I didn't like it. That was pretty much the end of the date. He was trying to walk me to my car and ask if he could have a kiss, and I didn't think that was a good idea. There were some other things of him being really direct during the whole, and I like direct. I'm direct, but there's a difference in pushy, and I don't need to be told that I need to touch somebody. If I'm into you, you're going to know
happen.
it.
Yeah. This is exactly why I say that you have to continue to work on yourself. You have to continue to go out and learn how to talk to women. There's some awkward ass men out there right now because you don't know, you don't have the experience. You're scared to talk to women, and then when you do, you sound like an idiot. I don't see what was wrong. Right now, everything sounded fine. Again, these women are struggling dating, but right now, if this is the way the date played out, this is weird. I believe that what we're seeing right now, gents, is we're seeing a society of men who are listening to women. Hey, we're going to leave you alone, like you said. But when they do go out on dates, they have no people skills. They have no way to be able to talk to these women because they don't practice it. And so you got to understand, part of that safety and provision is that a woman has to be comfortable around you. So if you come off as a creeper or awkward, yeah, she's going to be disinterested. Because we can say what we want about Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, Ray Ray, Glocktavius, and Felantonio, and Junebug. We can say what we want about them, but they know how to talk to women. And sometimes that's the difference. The difference is they're not scared to talk to them. They also have that allure of being dangerous. But I'm saying they know how to talk to women. Now, if you know how to talk to women and hold a conversation and that woman can't do it, then that's on her at that point because you tried. But when you start saying awkward stuff like, I'm going to need you to touch my pee-pee. If you can't touch my pee-pee, this date can't go on. Now I'm going to go to the restroom and touch my pee-pee. And when you come back, I need you to do it. That's weird. It's some weird shit. Gents, I'm going to link this video down in the description below. I understand why women are struggling right now. Again, you ladies are leaving good men that you have stuff in common with, good to the kids, all because you need excitement, and then you're going to end up with awkward ass dudes. Because let's be real about something, and y'all ain't going to want to hear this shit, but a good looking man who knows how to talk to women and got his shit together, he's going to go younger. He can go younger. I had this conversation the other night on my birthday with a close friend of mine, but that age gap difference, not like huge, but just a little bit of an age gap difference. It works. There's a reason it works. Older women trying to date men their age, I believe that it's hard for it to work. The difference in mentality from guys your age to guys who are a little bit older, a little bit more experienced, it's different. And if you're an older woman and you're still out there in the dating market, the older you get, the pickings get slim. That's why you're supposed to find your man when you're young, so that when you're older, he can accept you as, he loves the wrinkles and he loves the flaws in you. But you all are trying to start over, and yeah, you got a bunch of awkward, lonely ass men. And I believe this is only going to get worse for both men and women. Gents, you're going to want to go ahead and check out this video right here, because me and P expose these modern single women, these single moms, because they don't want to take any accountability. You don't want to miss it.